Okay, I'm going to return to Gabriel Iglesias for a bit. This is kind of a long-ish video. I mean, long for reaction purposes, especially since I tend to yammer on these more often than not. It's about 15 minutes long. This one was recommended to me a while back, maybe after I did the Louis C.K. Magic Mike reaction, which I think is still in copyright hell, so it's unlisted right now. But the title of this is Secrets from the Set of Magic Mike. I think my husband was watching a portion of this a week or so ago. He's surfing through YouTube on the TV and was pulling up some Gabriel Iglesias YouTube clips and stuff. And I heard him mention Magic Mike, and I thought to myself, that's that video I've got in my to-watch list. So I made sure not to pay attention. I was actually watching something or editing something at the time. So I honestly don't have any recollection of whatever was playing in my presence other than just remembering him mention Magic Mike. So let's just go ahead and jump into this and see what he has to say about Magic Mike.
After I performed in the Middle East, I had one of the longest flights of my life coming home. Probably about 26-hour trip. Okay, we left out of Kuwait and we had about 4 stops. It was long. When I got home, I was so tired. I turned on my phone to check my messages, and I had a voicemail message from a guy by the name of Channing Tatum. Okay? Now, for those of you not worrying, let me explain who that is. Channing Tatum is the new Hollywood hot guy. He's the guy that comes out on all these movies, really good looking.
He's in Free Guy.
You know, he's making a lot of films. And there's a voicemail on there from him.
That's funny.
Gabriel Iglesias, this is Channing Tatum. Please call me at your earliest convenience, blah, 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 you know. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I called him up. You know, hello. I go, hi, this is Gabriel Iglesias. I'm calling for Mr. Channing Tatum. He yells, Fluffy! Hello? Oh, dude, man, I'm a huge fan. Hey, listen, bro, really quick. I only have like a minute. Look, bro, I'm doing a new movie, and I want to see if you're interested in reading and auditioning for one of the parts. I go, sure, bro. I'd be happy to audition for your movie. What's it called? It was the movie.
That typo bothers me. Okay, there's no way. I don't think I can turn these off, y'all. I think the subtitles are hard coded in or something.
It's called Magic Mike. I was like, okay, Magic Mike. So you need a magician, you need an assistant, you want to saw me in half. What's gonna happen? Actually, bro, the movie has nothing to do with magic. It's actually a movie about male strippers. I said, male strippers? He goes, yeah, male strippers. I said, you do know that this is Gabriel Iglesias, right? He goes, you're funny, bro. Listen, we've already got the dancers, but we need somebody to play the DJ at the club.
Okay.
Will you audition for the part? I said, you know what, bro? I'll be there, okay? And just to let you guys know, because some people have asked me in the past, how come you're not in more movies? Because you have to audition. And I don't like auditions because they treat you like crap. Yeah. Auditions are very cold and they make you feel like they seriously do. You work really hard to memorize.
I can imagine. That seems like one of the hardest things is to audition. And I've seen auditions of actors from different famous films. And when you watch it, it just looks so awkward. I was watching an audition recently, or like a screen test or whatever, for Jennifer Connelly before she starred in Labyrinth. It was for Labyrinth, and she was doing this scene. And it just, without all the stuff there around to supplement her acting, it just seemed like the magic's just not there. And I feel like it'd be so hard to pick up on the magic when you're having people just do these auditions in a bare room and just nothing around you and playing off someone else. I guess that's how they can pick up on the talent, right? Is if they can see someone, they can really have that connection with what that person is doing. But it just seems like it'd be so difficult. And difficult to perform it too. Like maybe you'd be able to do it better if you were in a different environment. You could really get into the mood. But I don't know. It seems so hard to me, it seems like it'd be something that would be just extremely hard for for actors to have to go through that and the constant rejection, you know?
Cold and very they make you feel like they seriously do. You work really hard to memorize all your lines and you show up and you try to do your thing and seriously do. You work really hard to memorize.
Whoever's doing these subtitles should have me pre-read them, because that's bothering me, that typo on your... I notice these things.
Memorize all your lines and you show up and you try to do your thing and they cut you off really quick. You're in there and you're like, okay, so who am I reading? Hold on. Oh, okay, hold on. Hey, how's it going? Don't talk to him. All right, no problem.
Jeez.
Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Quick question. How much energy do you want? You don't know? That's why I'm asking. And when you're done, you try to ask him more questions. Like, is this okay? Would you like me to go again? Thank you. I've had the fingers this so many times and it hurts. Thank you.
That's so dismissive and rude to treat people like that. Come on. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but still, it's like they forget these are people at the other. I get it that they have seen so many auditions and so many people, and they just get a little jaded and bored with it all. But these are people at the other end of it. Hold on just a second. My daughter's interrupting me.
Are you recording?
Yes.
I was going to ask, did Scooter finally eat?
Yeah, Arturo mixed the chicken and he ate.
I did that. He didn't do it.
He wondered if it was the way you mixed it in or something. I don't know.
No,
but he ate.
He
ate. And he ate when I gave him his 10 o'clock thing. I opened the capsule and poured the powder in and mixed it up with dog food and chicken, and he ate that too.
Right. Try to ask him more questions. Like, is this okay? Would you like me to go again? Thank you. I've had the fingers this so many times and it hurts. Thank you. Thank you.
Ugh.
Thank you. And you're sitting in your car and you're crying.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, no.
They don't like me. It's a terrible feeling,
Yeah.
so I don't like putting myself through that. But since I got a phone call from the guy, I'm like, all right, I hope it's a little bit different. So I show up to the audition. I'm sitting in the lobby, and it's funny because anytime there's an audition, everybody at the audition, usually they're looking for a specific type. And so everybody that's sitting there with me looks just like me.
Yeah.
Everybody in there's
Fluffy.
big, everybody's sitting there, everybody's all happy and jolly and stuff. And we're all looking at each other, trying to outdo each other. Like, no, I look more like me than you do. You don't look like me. No, this is what they want. No, this is what they want. You know. So the receptionist looks at me. She goes, Mr. Iglesias, they'll see you now. And I'm like, okay, cool. Here we go. Let's see how this goes.
Oh,
so I start mentally preparing myself for the problems that happen in there. I walk in. I don't say anything to anyone. I walk in. There's 3 people in the room. I close the door. And I just look over at the casting person who's sitting on her desk. And hello. And the camera person, and the person I'm reading with all jumped up and yelled, Fluffy!
Aww.
And they ran over to me and they started hugging me and pulling out camera phones. Now I'm taking pictures with them. Next thing you know, they call a receptionist. Judy, get in here. And girl comes in. Now I'm taking pictures with 4 women. We're going back and forth. I'm like, this is different.
Right. Now watch. Did he not get it? I don't know. I never
seen it. This is
seen
very
it.
refreshing. Thank you. I says, who am I reading my part with? And the casting person says, this is a formality. They've always wanted you for the part. And they said, if you showed up, it's yours. So basically, we've already called your agent since you showed up. Really?
Wow.
Yeah, this is great. So I get to my car. My agent is blowing up my phone,
Wow.
right? And I answer the phone. I go, hello. He's like, dude, you nailed that audition. What did you do?
Just took pictures.
Dude, I took pictures.
Right.
Way to take those pictures, bro.
Right. Wow,
Next
if it were
thing I
only
know,
that
I'm
easy
on
for
the set
everybody,
of
right?
the movie Magic Mike. The movie
Okay.
is directed by a director named Steven Soderbergh, who's an amazing director, who's done a lot of great films. And of course, Channing Tatum's in the movie. In addition to him, there's an actor by the name of Matthew McConaughey who's attached to the movie. I'm a huge fan of Matthew McConaughey. Okay, when I found
like
out I was going to
Matthew
work with him, I
McConaughey.
was so excited.
He seemed like
People
such a
say,
cool
really,
guy.
you get excited? You get starstruck? Hell yeah. I'm a comedian, not an actor. So I show up. And immediately they send me to the makeup trailer that's parked outside. So I go inside the makeup trailer, I
gosh.
sit down, they start working on my hair, they start putting makeup on me, and in comes Matthew McConaughey. And he sits down in the chair next to me, and I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my God, that's Matthew McConaughey. Oh my God. And now I decided to introduce myself before I
Funny.
did or said something stupid, right? So I look over at him and I say, excuse me, Mr. McConaughey, how you doing? My name is Gabriel Iglesias. I'm gonna be playing the part of
Does he say
Tobias, the club
hello?
DJ, and I just wanted to say hello, and it's an honor to work with you.
So professional.
And in my head, I'm like, I hope he's the same guy. I hope he's the same person from the movies. I hope his voice is the same. I hope his accent's the same. And he looks at me and he says, all right.
That's awesome. I can hear him saying that.
You doing good? I'm doing good.
Aww.
All right. And I'm
Oh my
spazzing
God.
out. And they pull my ass out of the trailer and they take me onto the set. And the majority of the shots
would be
in the movie
too.
Magic Mike are shot inside of a strip club, okay? It's on a stage, and I'm very comfortable up here. But the cool part for me is I'm on the side of the stage inside of a DJ booth, so I don't have any worries. The director comes up to me and he says, listen, Gabe, you got all your speaking roles in the film, but in addition to that, you are the key background in every shot.
Oh, wow.
When it comes to the dancers. He goes, the guy on stage is the eye candy, but you're the guy that provides the ear candy, and you need to express yourself and give me energy. Can you do that? Yes, sir. Let's do this. Next thing I know, all right, everybody, here we go. And quiet on the set. And action. All of a sudden, the dancing. Dancer comes out, camera starts panning just like that one, right? And all of a sudden, I'm in my DJ booth, and I start DJing.
Does he do it too much? Does he steal the show?
The director comes out from behind the camera, crosses the stage, and gets in my face. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Give me more.
Okay. I thought he was gonna get.
Okay.
I thought he was gonna get in trouble for like stealing the show or something. That's funny.
About. Give me more. I'm like, okay. All right, here we go. Quiet on the set and action. And I take off.
Oh no, no. Oh my goodness. Now I need to watch this movie just because him.
The movie comes out. I attend the screening of the film with my girlfriend at Warner Brothers Studios. We're sitting there and we're waiting for that part to come up.
Chibi.
And I tell her, baby, it's coming, watch.
Did they
Sure
cut
enough,
him off?
the camera starts
Did
panning.
they cut it out?
And you see the dancer. You can't even see his head. All you see is his body all freaking ripped and moving. And in the background, in the DJ booth, you cannot see any of the DJ equipment because it's all below the line of the camera. All you see in the background is some chubby pervert in a box having the time of his life.
Yeah, right, because it looks like you. Right, exactly. That's funny. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
And my girlfriend's like, oh, you're gay. I guess so. And that was my Hollywood debut right there. And in addition to that, there was a couple of other things that happened in this movie that I got to share because you're never going to hear about them in a DVD bonus feature.
Okay.
One of the characters in the movie, his name in the movie is Big Dick Richie. I'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
He's played by an actor named Joe. Joe's a cool guy. I met him out, we became buddies after the movie, and nice guy. He's big, he's ripped, okay? And his whole thing is he comes out on stage and he's dancing behind a silhouette. So all you see is the shadow of him dancing for 3 minutes. And after the third minute, he grabs his G-string, and this is how he finishes his performance. He tears it off, exposing a shadow of,
All right. Okay.
Now, in real life, Joe does not possess. It's more like,
He's exposing stuff about Joe. Maybe
Don't
Joe
laugh
didn't
too
want
hard. That's most of
No.
us, okay? Now, because they needed to make this scene happen and we're shooting it in Hollywood, they made a phone call to an adult film company that
my
was up the
goodness.
street.
Okay.
And they got a hold of their props department. And they said, basically, what we need is about 45 impressive male rubber parts to be brought down to the set of the movie Magic Mike so we can attach one of them to an actor for a scene. It took maybe 30 minutes for some guy to show up with a big trunk on the set. And you could just tell he did not belong. You know what I mean? And Channing Tatum saw him and he goes, "Are you the guy?" "I'm the guy." And he brought it to the house and he got all the actors around the kitchen table and he told the guy, he says, "Listen, bro, dump it out right here, all of it." And the guy opens up the trunk and he dumps out all of these big freaking, you know, it made a mountain. And all the actors were just standing there just staring like, "Oh my God." All of a sudden, the 12-year-old came out of all of us because we all grabbed one and started playing Star Wars. Just.
Of course they did.
Bend over, you will.
Oh, geez.
And that's something you're not going to hear about in like each Hollywood story or something like that. Another thing I got to share about this experience doing the movie Magic Mike is that we shot it in 2 locations. We shot it in Hollywood and we shot it in Orlando, Tampa, Florida. And one of the scenes was shot on a sandbar, which most of you know already. It's a little tiny island with nothing on it. It's real small, and people go there and they party. And so we get to this little island, and this guy with the headphones, his title is PA, Personal Assistant, the director, and he comes over and he tells us, "Listen, guys, we're going to be here for a couple of hours. If you need to use the facilities, these are your options. There's no plumbing here. You can either go in the water or you can go to those bushes over there. It's up to you." And I'm like, "I'm fine. I already went. 2 hours, no problem." 4 hours later.
4 hours later. Oh, no. Oh, geez.
"What do you need?" "Listen, bro, you guys said we were only going to be here for like 2 hours. It's going on 5. My stomach is killing me. What's the story?" "We're going to be here for like another 3. The director has some more shots." "Oh, you have your options." So the first thing I look at is the water, okay? And to put it into perspective for you guys, the water's like right there, okay?
No, don't.
And all the actors are like right there, okay?
Oh, don't do
So
that.
I was like, "Are you kidding me? I'm not gonna go pop a squat in the water in front of all those actors just so somebody can walk by and go, 'Fluffy's killing fishes.'"
I know. No, don't do that.
So I take a stroll out to the bushes, right? So I start walking out to the bushes. My stomach is killing me. And fortunately, by the time I got there, my stomach had settled. So I no longer had to go number 2. But since I was there, you know, go make it rain, you know what I'm saying? So I'm in the bushes and I'm doing my thing. And all of a sudden I start hearing noises. Just and you know how you could just feel when somebody's standing like right next to you? And I couldn't turn around because, you know, I was doing my thing. All of a sudden, I see a shadow. A long shadow. And it's coming in my direction. And I see that and I'm like, "Ha ha, funny, Joe, that's funny." All of a sudden, that shadow started to pee. And I was like, "Oh my God, it's real." Now curiosity has me.
Oh, jeez.
I gotta find out who the hell the owner. So really quick, I'm just like, you know, oh my God. All right.
That's funny. Oh my goodness, that's funny. I was wondering if it was going to be Matthew. That I don't know why, but for some reason I just had this feeling, and it was. Okay. Well, that was funny. See, you know, as much as I sort of feel annoyed in a lot of ways by, let's say, Hollywood in general, even though they often bring us really entertaining material. I love stories. I love movies. I could just talk and talk and talk about these things forever. But Hollywood in general is just kind of gross to me. Like I just, they're so out of touch with reality and just so many things that I don't have a lot of respect for the industry in general. Even though I do like a lot of the stuff that they put out there. So it's a weird, like, love-hate sort of relationship thing going on. Well, not really a relationship, but you know what I mean. But it always seemed to me like it would be a really fun experience to work on the set of a film. And for me, as stated before, I wouldn't want to be the one in front of the camera. I mean, I'm in front of the camera here, but this is totally different, y'all. I wouldn't want to be the one performing in front of a camera. I would love to be the person working in the background, doing different sorts of whatever. I just think that'd be really, really interesting. Seems like it'd be kind of menial and boring maybe to some people, but I like to be involved in the creation of things in the background. You know, I just find that really fun, enjoyable. Oh, fun and enjoyable. Same thing. Just entertaining. Not entertaining. Interesting. Entertaining too, but interesting at the same time. Just to see all the work that goes into stuff behind the scenes and then the final product. And I find that fascinating. Like, you know, you were there at a particular place and time to see this thing happen. And then when you see it on the big screen, it just seems so different. Part of that is probably because of how many takes are done, you know, for different scenes. And you don't know at the time which take's going to be the one that ends up getting picked. But I just feel like it'd be a really cool experience. It will never happen, but I've always thought that would be a neat sort of job to have. Some sort of behind the scenes stuff. That's a funny story. There's not a whole lot of commentary that can be had about it, to be honest. I'm curious now as to whether or not he's been in other movies, because I didn't even know that he was even that he was in a movie at all. When this was recommended to me, I thought he was just going to talk about a time that he visited the set and stuff that happened. I didn't know this was going to be from the perspective of him actually playing in the movie. This makes me a little bit more curious to see the movie. I do have the movie on a Vudu account I share with my brother, but I've never been interested to watch it. I know it's kind of popular, sort of like, I don't know, made some waves or whatever, but I've never been really interested in it. I've heard it's good, but it just hasn't been something that piqued my curiosity. So I don't know if I will, but I'm a little more curious now just because of him. Now, I don't know how often he's shown. He's a DJ or whatever, but how often is he really going to be shown in there? And how many speaking parts does he have, I wonder? This movie's been out for a while. What? 10 years or so? I don't remember. Anyway, okay. This was funny, but I don't have anything else. And there are some other stuff that I would like to get to before I quit for today. So I am wrapping this one up, you guys. Hasta luego.